La Resortera.
Ho, 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 ho. This is a really creepy Santa, man. Welcome to Pura Vida Perspectives.
Today we are having our holiday episode where we want to, talk about Christmas here in Costa Rica, but also say Happy New Year to you guys because we won't be seeing you again until the next year.
Yes, very have a happy Christmas since today is the actually Christmas day.
It's yours?
And Grinch didn't steal Christmas this year.
No. God.
All right, we're here again with our friends making this very unusual episode. Chris, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And who the Grinch is?
I have no idea. Who is that?
I have a Costa Rican perspective. We don't do Christmas in Costa Rica.
Oh my God. Are you here to take the Christmas for Pura Vida Perspectives, man?
Costa Rica do not do Christmas.
Oh,
Really?
How,
Do
Wow.
Christmas.
how come?
No.
Since when? Since when? Okay.
Since the Grinch showed up.
Apparently since the Grinch.
All right, yeah.
let's
Isn't
not
that
say
my job?
Oh, man.
It was Pablo,
Am I
man.
supposed to say that? No.
Who knew?
I cannot breathe with this thing.
You did a really good Grinch, man.
Excellent.
you.
Well, first of all, Merry Christmas to all of you guys.
Thank you.
I hope you guys are very blessed. Christmas in Costa Rica can be a bit different. For some, in this podcast, we don't speak much about religion, but I just want to mention, for Costa Ricans, a lot of Costa Ricans means the birth of Jesus. And in the States, a lot of people also in Costa Rica celebrate, Santa Claus coming over to bring presents and stuff. So we thought it might be a good idea to talk about how we celebrate Christmas, not only in Costa Rica, but our houses.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, but I'm sorry to break it to you, but I think Santa Claus is not real. I mean, my dad and my mom said this to me when I was a kid, but when I was like 5 years old, I discovered it wasn't. Santa Claus was not bringing it.
I don't
What
know,
do you
dude.
think,
I
Chris?
think,
I have
I think
something
You
he's-
have a
to say
different
about that.
perspective?
he probably was pretty naughty, and
have
I
something
still
to
get
say.
presents.
So my parents told me that, the kids who say that Santa Claus isn't real, it's because Santa Claus isn't going to their house and their parents don't want them to feel bad. So maybe we can just put that into perspective a little bit
Yeah. Naughty.
and let you know. I
Maybe you were a bad boy growing up.
think that could have been it.
I don't think so, but
You been a good boy this year?
I try. Yeah.
You try is not enough, man.
Yeah, we'll find out when those presents come.
Exactly. All right, so why don't we go around and talk about, I guess, how we each celebrate. So let's start with Chris.
Okay. So I've been in Costa Rica for 3 years now. 3 Christmases. 3 Decembers. And this is going to be our first year celebrating in Costa Rica. Because we typically go back to the States, either Ohio, Texas, or Virginia, and celebrate with family. So we're starting a new tradition since Luca's getting to the age of 3. And, we kind of want to be at home around the tree, and we bought a tree this year and a bunch of decorations. So yeah, probably a bunch of food and friends.
What are your plans for today, Pablo?
Today,
Today?
Well, Christmas. What are your plans for
Right.
Christmas?
Yeah,
Let's just
your
talk about
plans
what are
for
your
Christmas.
Christmas plans?
well, basically tomorrow is my brother's birthday. So
Okay.
our Christmas is always around my brother's birthday.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So
Double the presents.
We're basically he always gets double the present, and it's a surprise. So he doesn't know we're visiting.
Oh.
Oh,
So
Okay.
we are flying over to see him.
okay.
And
That's a good surprise.
that's basically it. So this is being pre-recorded.
Go closer to
This
the
is being pre-recorded. So, but on the actual 24th of December, I'll be flying 10 hours to Spain to see my brother Merlin and say
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday, Merry Christmas.
Nice.
That's a good gift.
I just saw him a couple days back on Instagram taking his dog back to Spain.
yeah.
That's good.
Yesterday.
I really know this guy. He loves his dog, and I'm glad he's finally with him
yeah.
back in Spain.
beautiful German Shepherd, huge dog, flying, crossing the
Yeah.
ocean. He had to fly to Mexico and then to
Yeah, I saw the video.
Spain,
Nice.
and-
Nice.
World
Say
traveling
happy
dog.
birthday to Merlin for me, man. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy birthday, Merlin.
Happy birthday, Merlin. Yeah, in my house, we had a little trouble this year. We bought our Christmas tree in the States. I ship it, and I did not ship it with the best, man.
With the what?
With the vest.
With the best guy
Oh my gosh.
for shipping. And it got stuck in customs, and so I guess that tree is going to be for next year.
Customs will have a Merry Christmas. So.
It's going to get stuck until December next year.
Yeah.
No, it'll be out. But we worked with what we had, and we're having dinner with our family and opening up the presents at midnight.
Very
Oh,
cool.
okay, that's a cool tradition. So you
Yeah.
guys open up your presents at midnight on
Yes.
so is it the night of the 23rd going into the
No,
24th?
the 24th going to the 25th.
Okay.
We used to do that. That was a family tradition.
That's
Very
how we
cool.
do it.
What is that you do, Sarah?
Okay. So, well, one thing I want to mention to people listening is that, Costa Ricans primarily the major Christmas day is on the 24th. Whereas we in North America, our main Christmas day, like Christmas Day is the 25th. So that's something that, I think it's good for them to understand. So in the past, like Chris, I always would go home for Christmas and this will be, I've been here for over 9 years. So would this has been my 10th Christmas or 9th? I don't know. This is my 9th or 10th Christmas since I moved to Costa Rica. The only time I stayed in Costa Rica for Christmas was during COVID. So December 2020. And so this year, it will be my second Christmas here in Costa Rica. We are traveling back. So this will be my second, Christmas here in the country. So I can say, and I don't know about you, Chris, it never will feel like Christmas to me if it's not cold.
Oh,
So I can't, my brain, even after all these years, can't compute that it's December now. It doesn't register until I'm cold
It feels
and
like
miserable.
what? It feels like summer? It feels like what?
It feels like
Christmas, summer Christmas.
it just doesn't make sense. So it's funny because my fiance, he the wind gusts. And he's like, oh, it feels like Christmas. And he's like, the sun's out.
I got
He's
a
like,
sunburn.
he's like, the sun's out. It's clear. The wind is blowing. It's Christmas. And I'm like, no, this
it's
is
not.
not Christmas. So what we're doing is we're having we're going to celebrate the Costa Rican Christmas on the 24th. And then on the the 25th, we're actually going to have some of our friends over that are also not going to be at home in the United States. So they're going to come over to do a real Christmas morning. So some of you know that last Christmas or last year was the first time in my actual home that I built. So having my own real home, I went all wild and out on the Christmas decorations.
Nice.
So that you guys will see at the Christmas party. So I went all wild and out on the Christmas decorations. I got the tree. It looks like something out of Pinterest. So I did up the house already. I was already late. Once November came around, I was like, whoop, late getting those decorations up. So my decorations have been up for a while now, actually.
Nice.
And we're
Now,
gonna
let me ask you a question. Is your December the 25th going to be a Christmas morning with a tamal or with pancakes?
not with pancakes, but we're gonna do some other definitely cookies, maybe coffee cake if
No
I can
tamal?
find some. No, but I mean
Costa Rican
maybe.
tamal. Costa
Isn't
Rican
it?
tamal.
No, that's for the 24th.
Oh,
Costa
okay.
Rican Christmas for us will be 24th. Costa Rican, USA
Oh, you do too. Okay.
Christmas will be
Chris,
25th.
have you tried tamal?
Yeah, our neighbors
Get
make
closer
them.
to the microphone.
Our neighbors make them. So
Okay.
yeah,
They're good.
You like it?
yeah. I mean,
How do you explain the tamales, Pablo, so people who's watching us can know what we're talking about when it
Oh
comes
my
to tamal?
God. It's a Costa Rican traditional dish that everybody knows. At the end of November, beginning of December, families start getting together. There's always this aunt or there's always this grandma that knows how to make good tamales in your family. It's a mix of things. You always have your protein, either chicken or pork.
Pork, most likely.
Yeah. Depending on what you like and what your
Frijoles
family
también.
do. Lots of different things, vegetables, rice, and that get wrapped in a, what do you say, plantain?
A leaf, like a
Yeah.
plantain leaf.
Plantain leaf. And that gets put in hot water, and that plantain leaf, gives this flavor to the tamal, I don't know, to
Yeah.
la masa, I don't know, to the...
Yep.
yeah.
So the starch. It's really good. The tamales are amazing. They're
And we'll get you fat.
In Texas, we had a similar tradition, but they're wrapped in corn husk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's like a tamal in Mexico.
Yep, yeah,
Yes.
that's where they come from.
Yeah.
We were in San Antonio, so
So that's
strong
the Mexican tamal.
influence.
It's in corn.
Yeah,
The Costa Rican is different.
yeah.
And I don't know. I really like mine, Costa Rican. I don't know.
You
Some
make
people don't-
them?
No.
Ah.
I don't cook like that. But our type of tamal, I really like. They have it in different countries. They have it in Nicaragua. I don't like that. They have it in Panama. They have it in Mexico. Different kinds. Very spicy in Mexico.
Yeah, here in Costa Rica, one of the things you'll see, even though Sarah mentioned for Costa Ricans, like the 24th is like the official date, you see a lot of people working on the 24th until like midday. Not everybody has the day off.
Huh.
The official day off is the 25th, but you see a lot of people like working and running errands at the end of the day because Costa Ricans like to leave errands for the last minute or like to leave buying presents for the last minute. Even though they have the whole month, they be running errands on the 24th. So you'll see a lot of people on the streets that day.
It'll be interesting.
And it's a busy time just in the country in general for travel. So, like, as you guys know, I live on the coast. So, Christmas, New Year, between then, a lot of people have off. There's a lot of travel. If I have someone coming on a scouting trip, coming to check out the country, I usually try to persuade them not to pick those dates. Some of them have to because that's when they have off work and they can come. But I just tell them, just be prepared. There's going to be people on the road. You got to be patient. The whole country's on vacation. So just keep that in mind that you might go, wow, this is crazy. There's people everywhere. I let people know this is not how it is year round. You're coming during one of the biggest holiday times of the year. This and Semana Santa, Holy Week, are the two biggest vacation times in Costa Rica. So I tell people to be patient and expect that. Start your travels. Gosh, I've flown in right after Christmas and think, great, I land at 4 a.m. There'll be no one on the road. No, there's people on the roads at 4 a.m. So all hours it's happening. So just if you are going to be here, just keep that in mind too.
So do folks go to the coast like they do on
Oh, yeah.
Holy
On
Week?
Semana Santa.
Yeah, Semana
Yeah.
Santa.
Big time.
Yeah.
The most expensive weeks of the
Of the
year
year.
will be December. Yeah.
That,
Oh, yeah.
that is my favorite time to be in the Central Valley is
Oh, yeah.
during Holy Week because there's no one there. The
It's
roads
so
are open.
expensive that this guy just quoted me a car for car rental and say, I'm looking to rent, not to buy.
Oh wow!
Since it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And the thing is that even though it's expensive, people
Do it.
exactly because otherwise they will not have any other option to move.
Sure.
But yeah, Costa Rica gets busy during those days.
Yeah. So just public service announcement.
Yes. Now, what were your Christmas as a kid? Can you share, something like a Christmas story for you growing up?
Traditional Christmas for us, growing up in rural Ohio, was midnight mass on Christmas Eve. My mom's birthday is also on Christmas Eve, so we kind of celebrated that earlier in the day with giving her gifts and maybe a small meal before midnight mass, which happens at 11. Then we come home like Sarah and open presents Christmas morning, which would be after midnight on December 25th. And leading up to that as a kid, it was typically me playing a lot of detective, trying to figure out what Santa was bringing me. Sometimes he'd leave clues, so
Nice.
yeah, I can never wait.
All right.
Yeah, it's a game. I remember we have to go and try to find where's the gifts.
Yeah.
They're hiding around the house.
Oh, it was an official game for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember maybe once or twice playing that game. And where's the gift? And we're trying to find where's the gift. It's for my family. We're very basic, I guess. We don't do much. We just get together. Very simple. Just get together. My brother, my mom. That's what we do every year.
Now
Have
that
dinner. That's it.
now that you mentioned, that's a very Costa Rican tradition too. Costa Ricans they get together, take the time to be with their husband, wife, kids, brother, sister, single mom with their kids. If they're married, they try to make like a dinner and get everybody together in the house and do like a barbecue, una carne asada. It's nice because you're driving around at night and you can smell like from different houses the grills, cooking up. And that's funny. Me growing up as a kid, I used to live in what we call un barrio, like a neighborhood. So we will have our dinner, but I will be at your house, at your house, at your
Yeah.
house, like jumping back and forward from one house to the other one,
Nice.
and just eating out of your grill or yours or hers. It was a funny experience growing up. And after midnight, we like all the kids from the barrio will just come out and share, hey, I got this present, I got this present, and we'll play with each other's toys. And,
I have to say, like, this is also not just Costa Rica, but I think we're more close in general as a family. It's usually we put together a big gathering and we're close and we're always in somebody else's house and we live in close. And some people also live in like some families live in the same land. And they have somebody built here, the aunt, the uncle. And that's kind of like not in my case, but I see that a lot. And in small neighborhoods or barrios, there are small little houses all together, but you know who lives in front of your house. So you open the door, it's like, hey, such and such, and you walk this way, and you know this guy. Everybody knows each other. So everybody's doing their own family thing. Everybody's playing loud music sometimes, here and there. Some will bring the grill out in front of the house, in front of the house to your garage, and people will come and say hi. And I think that's kind of like more as a Costa Rican thing. I don't see this in the U.S. as much.
Well, I mean, the thing is about the U.S. A lot of parts of the U.S. are cold, so you don't want to be out grilling on
Yeah,
Christmas.
true.
So like for us,
because
Christmas
in the
morning,
States, it's more like a dinner night, right? On the 24th? Or no?
Yeah,
well,
there's
if you want, I can tell you what we usually do.
Yeah.
So normally, what we would do growing up is we go out for dinner Christmas Eve because no one wants to cook. So we had a place.
Out to a restaurant.
Yeah. So usually for my family personally, we would switch between going to Pennsylvania or Williamsburg because that's where my dad's side of the family lives or my mom. So each year we switch between Christmas and Thanksgiving, going back and forth to either one. Christmas Eve usually would be going out to dinner. Christmas Day, and then you have Christmas morning. That's when, kids line up. We're waiting to find out, what Santa brought. And then we're able to go check out the gifts and have Christmas morning together, have a breakfast. Most of the day is just kind of quietly hanging around home, again, because where we lived, it was cold out, or maybe playing outside a bit. But we're not having barbecues and jumping from neighbor to neighbor typically, but we do all get together. I mean, I know a lot of people who live close enough to their family to do all get together as a family. That's what we definitely did.
Okay. We all have kids here, but Chris and Sarah since have like the
small children.
small children, los chiquititos.
Yeah, there you go.
Los chiquiticos. What's it like for them to celebrate Christmas? What's it?
Well, I guess we're gonna find
Yeah,
out. I mean,
we're gonna-
so this will be my daughter had a Christmas morning here a few years ago. Like I said, COVID. She doesn't remember, but I did the thing, and made Santa came anyways. He knew where we were.
What's her expectation? Was she excited?
Yeah, she was excited. I told her Santa will know. She's like, well, Santa. Well, what if Santa thinks that we're gonna be at Mimi and Grandpa's? I'm like, no, Santa always knows. Like, which is true.
Jesus.
Santa always knows where you are. So I said all the presents Santa will bring what he's gonna bring
This is a
already.
good GPS.
He knows where we are. So we go back to celebrate prior, and so I think it'll be.
What about your kid?
I don't know what Luca's expecting.
Get closer to the mic.
I don't know what Luca's expecting. It's gonna be like he's getting close to 3. So I mean, his favorite pajamas that he wears year round are Santa Claus outfits, kind of like yours.
Okay.
And he runs around saying ho ho ho. And this is, we were around a tree last year, but I think he's too young to remember. So he's seen this tree this year, and he didn't really. He's like, okay, there's a tree, big deal. But he has fun plugging in every day. So I don't know. It's gonna be exciting. We'll definitely record it. I can't wait to see his eyes when he wakes up and there's presents around the tree.
Nice.
and him tearing them open. So it's gonna be a new experience for all of us.
All right. And since this is the last episode of the year, Pablo wanted to share with us some Costa Rican traditions that Costa Ricans do. How do you say when you really believe in something, but I mean, it might not be true or
Meats, right? Is that we're talking about meats?
yeah, for New Year's Eve, like on the transition from one year to another.
You mean goals?
No.
Traditions?
Costa Ricans, we have these superstitious.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you call it?
Yeah.
Superstition?
Superstitions of if you do something it will bring you either luck,
Okay.
travels,
Yeah.
or whatever. Like I believe in one episode we spoke about it, and I told Sarah, my mom, when the midnight streaks from the 31st to the 1st, she always carries a bag and runs with it for about a
yeah.
minute.
Yep, you said that.
So-
something about a suitcase, too. You told me
that
something about a suitcase. Yeah.
So that means that she is calling travels for the new year for her.
All right, now
Well, for
Pablo's
her, it
gonna,
always works.
Pablo can share with us so that if you want to partake in some of the Costa Rican traditions, then you can. So what are these traditions people could partake in if they want to?
Okay, there are several. I found 8 of them. By the way, I'm not really into all of these traditions. By the way, in general, I'm very like just basic, pragmatic. But this is just a lot of people, will say at the end of the year, when we finish the year, you have to do some things to have a better year or prosperous year. One of them is running with your luggage. If you're running with your luggage around the block, and this is what people will say that, and you'll see. I mean, if you pay attention,
For my mom, it always works.
if you pay attention, you go out in
In the street.
New Year's Eve, like
Midnight.
at midnight. You see people with the luggage on the road.
So they're
Like,
not waiting for a cab. They're practicing one of these memes.
So-
How you say it?
correr con una maleta. So run with your
Running
luggage.
with your luggage.
Okay.
And that means that you're calling for this year that you're going to travel a lot.
Yeah.
That you're going to have a lot of,
Yeah, we got it.
There is another one, lentejas en los bolsillos. How do you say lentejas?
Lentils in the bag. So you have a bag of
in
lentils
your- in your-
like
in your
beans,
pockets.
in your
Okay,
pockets.
so putting lentils in your pockets.
for
What's the
money.
meaning of this one?
It means that if you have that, it will bring prosperity to your life, money. Now, this is a funny one.
the underwear.
Yes, either yellow or red underwear. What is the meaning of that?
What's the colors?
Yellow and red.
Red is for love,
Yeah.
and yellow for money,
Yeah,
or
traer.
for prosperity.
So good luck is yellow. It's just
Okay, yeah.
just good luck and money, and the red one, it means that you attract love.
Oh,
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, attract love. Sweep the floor.
okay.
Sweeping
Oh,
the
Oh,
floor.
okay.
Sweep the floor.
Yeah, I
out
remember
with
that
the
one.
old and with the new kind of deal.
Yeah. It symbolizes your cleaning bad energies and allowing
like
new clean energy to come. This is another one that is popular. Eating 12 grapes.
Eating 12 grapes.
Wow, that's an exact number.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
One for every month?
One for every month. Exactly.
So, to eat 12 grapes, one for each. What's the campana?
Bell
Each
sound.
bell.
Oh,
So when the clocks go to 12
Midnight.
midnight, you have the bell 1, 2, 3 sounding, right? So you eat one grape per bell,
yeah,
So you go
Okay.
like this.
and this is also that is in many countries, and it's also good luck. It's having a good next year, having money in your hand at
okay.
midnight,
When the midnight
getting
strikes.
some cash and
All
having money
right.
in your hand.
I actually done that before, and what it does is I'll have 12 coins, and when the midnight strikes, I'll give them away, one to each person.
Okay.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Like I said, these are things that if you're invited to a Costa Rican house and you see something, you will be aware and you'll see,
Exactly.
I heard this on Pura Vida Perspectives.
Exactly. Tell us, comment on Instagram, or we'll have a Christmas post if you end up seeing any of this if you're here in Costa Rica, or if you do any of this.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do the grape thing. My son will get a kick out of that. He
Yeah.
loves grapes too.
So lighting up, how do you say, lights, velas,
Candles.
candles, lighting
Yeah.
up candles of colors, of different colors.
Huh.
Specifically yellow, that brings prosperity. Green brings health. Red brings love.
Cool.
And changing your clothes, changing your outfit.
I didn't know that
Huh.
one.
Yeah. You're just changing to a new clothes, I guess.
At midnight.
That's nice.
Yeah. Algunas de las personas creen cambiar la ropa trae cosas nuevas. It brings
Wow.
new things into your
Brings
life.
new-
Also, it's fun in Costa Rica. I don't know if you notice it, but you know how fireworks are really a thing.
I was gonna
for
ask.
4th of July.
Yeah.
And
In
New
Costa
Year?
Rica, fireworks are the theme for New Year's.
What about Christmas? I was gonna ask.
Christmas too.
Yeah, a little
on
bit,
Christmas.
but
A
little
not
bit,
as
yeah.
much as New Year.
We
New Year is crazy,
We
man.
celebrated-
Whenever you look up, you'll see the fireworks.
we
No matter
celebrated
where you
New
at.
Year's in the mountains of Escazú last year for our
Oh, that
first
was a
time.
great place.
Dude, all night from like as soon as it got dark, like to like 2 a.m, the entire city. Because you can see the entire
Yeah.
valley from up
Yeah.
there. It's just all fireworks. It's nuts.
And like from exactly midnight for about 30 minutes is just bananas.
Yeah, it's like the grand finale.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly.
It's crazy. Just when you think it's over, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I would tell people, so if you are looking to come to Costa Rica for a quiet vacation, this is not the time to come if you want a quiet vacation.
No.
There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of people partying. You might see some people complaining online, but hey, you know what? We're guests here. If you're
Yeah.
a guest, you got to go with it and
Yeah.
just be aware. And well, so this is our last episode of the year. So I guess maybe we could go around and give our well wishes. But first of all, I want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We started, I guess, about 6 months ago already now.
Something like that.
And, it's been great. For those of you that are listening, we appreciate you listening to us each week and, making your comments or kind of letting us know, hey, keep going on the podcast. So this was something that we were excited to accomplish this year. I'm sure we're all going to be kind of thinking about some of our goals for next year. Maybe we can do an episode on that. So I just wanted to say, thank you all for listening, being a part in our lives in some way or another. And, I hope you all do have a wonderful, start to your year and that next year's an amazing one for everyone.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Go ahead.
I mean, this has been a very blessful year. I mean, we had a lot of good things happen to me in my life, and I just want to be grateful for what we accomplished this year. And we just hope everybody did the best. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Jairo, for this opportunity, and to all of our friends that are getting together to work with us and to collaborate. Christopher, thank you so much. And I'm also wanna, for that person out there who is doing Christmas and who is maybe not in his home town. Maybe you're in Costa Rica and you may be alone. Sometimes we get into this rhythm of Christmas or the holidays, and everybody does it, and everybody has the Christmas tree and is doing things. But I do think being Christmas, the meaning of Christmas is for people to be grateful and to be thankful for life, regardless of what's your situation or your case. You may be alone as a newcomer in our country. Try to get together if you want to get together with somebody, with friends, and connect. But if you are alone, this doesn't define you. The season doesn't define who you are. And I do believe it could be a lonely time for some people. Mm-hmm. I lived abroad. I lived alone for several years, and sometimes I found myself just working Christmas until midnight, and working on the 25th, and working on the 31st and the 1st of the year. And that doesn't define who you are. If you feel like getting together and finding some friends and joining with somebody, that's great. But if not, it's good to know that you can be thankful and thank life and thank God and thank who you want to thank for this opportunity of another year. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for
Very
sharing,
good.
Pablo.
Chris.
That's great words.
Well, I'm thankful for being welcomed into this country, and for me and my wife being welcomed here and able to start a life here and have a son, and being able to buy a house and just thrive and learn every day. So thank the Ticos for welcoming us here.
All right. So I want to thank Sarah for finally saying yes to this crazy idea of the podcast. It's been about 6 months, yes, and I believe that we have shared a lot of good memories, and I believe I had a very blessed year, and I just want to thank God for the opportunity of being healthy, so I can keep working. The line of business that I'm at, I have no days off. This is like the busiest time of the year for me. So we are working almost 24/7, me and all my staff. And I'm thankful for being healthy to being able to do that. Yeah. So all my staff will be like having the computer next to them while they're having dinner, or the next day, me with my phone in my hand all night long. But I'm glad because, I'm healthy enough to do it. So I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a 2025 fulfill of whatever you're looking for, that so it can be accomplished.
Yeah, I love that. Well,
All
thanks
right.
again, everyone. And we'll
Hey,
see
the
you
Grinch.
next year.
Don't we have a message from the Grinch?
We'll see you next year.
What?
What about the Grinch? On the camera.
Oh, God, it's so creepy.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Ho, ho, ho!
Esto fue una producción de La Resortera.